What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the Uncrowned Otaku. And y'all know what time it is. It's time for a Death Battle prediction video. Now, in this latest Death Battle, pretty much it went exactly like the universe thought. The universe excluding me. Everybody said Doomslayer was going to stomp Chief. I thought Chief would win because Chief won last time. I knew nothing about Doomslayer. So Doomslayer disgustingly stomped Chief out. R.I.P. to Master Chief, man. There will be no Halo 7. Or was there a 6? 5? There was for sure 5. There was Infinite. There will be no more Halos after what the Doomslayer guy did to Master Chief. And then the breakdown, it was just never even close. The only thing Chief outclassed Doomslayer guy in was AI. And that's not even like his. He ain't create that. Somebody else did. So literally, like, Chief really had nothing for a Doomslayer guy. So GG's to everybody that predicted that. Current predictions, do I want to put it up here? Sure, I'll take a screenshot. Current prediction records are going to be, bam, over there. All right, now everybody knows where they're at. Next one coming up. In the left corner, we have the man. I have no good way to introduce any of these characters. So in this corner, we have Simone, the Digger from Gurren Lagann, a show that I have watched to completion, but I watched it many years ago. Like when it first got released, I was watching episodes then. So I don't fully remember everything. I remember the end and I remember certain key points, but I don't remember everything that happened. In this corner, I should have positioned myself so that it's not too late. I guess I could just scoot myself over so that I can put the characters there. In this corner, we have representing for the Lantern Corps, Kyle, Rayner, the White Lantern. So it's the White Lantern versus Simone the Digger from Gurren Lagann. Now, in the thing, it just said White Lantern, but I'm assuming it's the Kyle Rayner version and his White Lantern instead of his Green Lantern. Here's the thing. Before I tell y'all where I'm gonna go, and when I tell y'all this statistical factoid, y'all will understand who I'm gonna root for. When it comes to anime characters versus comic book characters, anime characters have roughly about a 20 to 25% chance of winning in all the death battles that they've done. The only time an anime character has beaten a comic book character was Broly versus Hulk, shout out to Broly. Lucy versus Carnage, shout out to Lucy. Who else was it? Frieza versus Megatron, shout out to Big Freeze. And Corona versus Venom. Corona won that. Out of all, I think there's like 17. Out of the other 17 matches, it's always gone the comic book route. Comic book has a 70 to 75% chance of winning. With that being said, I'm going for Kyle Rayner. Because with his White Lantern ring, he has the little bit that I do know, because I know a little bit about Kyle. I know a little bit about White Lanterns. Boom. Me and my crew, we used to cosplay as the Lantern Corps. So I know a little bit about all the colors of the lanterns. Just a little bit, not a lot. The White Lantern runs off the power of life. And it also can utilize every other ring's abilities. So it could be will, it could be rage, it could be fear, it could be greed, it could be love, it could be hope. It can't be death. That's the only power it can't use. It can't use the Black Lantern ring. But it could dip into everything else. And with Kyle Rayner already being one of the best Green Lanterns known to man, you put the White Lantern and you enhance that with his Green Lantern powers too. Oh my gosh, that's just a recipe for disaster. But also, I think the catchphrase from Gurren Lagann is actually going to play against Simon. Because you know, in the catchphrase, he was with, what was the dude's name that was always with them? I can't remember his name, with the glasses. He was cool as hell. Kamina. So if you remember in the beginning, Simone had a problem like actually believing in himself and he could never harness his strength. He had to depend on other people's belief in him. Kamina's whole thing was, don't believe in yourself. Believe in the me who believes in you. And when it comes to a lantern's whole thing is believing in themselves. They believe in themselves enough to harness their energy and turn it into a weapon to combat their foes. Simone in this death battle, he's not going to have anybody else to believe in him. Because in Gurren Lagann, I could be wrong, but in almost all of his fights, he's always had somebody there kind of cheering him on. Somebody to help him. Kamina, girl with the big ass sniper rifle. The princess, I think her name was Nia T. Zeppelin, Teplin. But the princess of the Spiral people, he's always had somebody there cheering him on, which then allowed him to harness his inner strength. Can he bring that out himself innately? I can't remember. I'm leaning towards the no factor because, again, don't believe in yourself. Believe in the me who believes in you. Brother, in this death battle, there ain't nobody else who believes in you. So you either pull that dog out yourself or you going to get dog walked. You hear me? Because let me tell you, one thing Cal has no problem doing is believing in himself. He know he that ish, and he finna take out the leash and take you around the block. Boy, he finna go ahead and show you something for real. Again, also comic book characters, just their track record in beating anime characters damn near undefeated, bro. I can't go against the numbers. The stats say if I want a dub, I need to go with the numbers. I'm rooting for Cal to take this one. And also, if Cal Rayner is, they say he's one of the best Green Lanterns, so he's either equivalent to Hal or maybe slightly above Hal. I believe he might be slightly above because from my knowledge of Cal Rayner, he was supposed to get the ring first, but he got hoed. Oh, actually, I think that might have been Guy Gardner. Scratch what I just said. But he should at least be at the Hal Jordan level, right? And if Hal Jordan could dog walk Ben 10 even in his Alien X form, I think with the white ring, I don't think he'll have an issue beating up Simone the Digger. But I know this is going to be, oh wow, I'm only 2 minutes in. This is going to be a quick death battle prediction. I could be in the minority again. Like I said, I watched Gurren Lagann to completion, but that was, I want to say at this point, damn near a decade, maybe 2 decades ago. It might have been, I might have watched Gurren Lagann in 2008. So almost 2 decades ago. I don't remember everything that happened. I just can't. I know comics generally have more insane feats than anime. So if I keep that in mind, I'm sure I'm sure Kyle's gonna have some crazy feat somewhere buried in one of the comic books that's just gonna help solidify the fact that you can't touch him. With the power of the Ring of Life, what's Simone gonna do to this man? Now I do know at the end, Simone with the powers he has, he goes crazy, like almost universal or something like that. Again, I can't remember much, but I remember he makes like a gigantic ass drill. It gets wild. But again, comic book feats generally just outclass anime feats. And that's why, with everything I said, the statistical fact of their win rate, the fact that comic books usually have better feats, and that comparing him to Hal Jordan kind of gives me a mind frame on what he can do, and if he's even stronger, blows that out the water. Safe pick, Kyle Rayner. And even though it's the safe pick, that's who I was going to go with regardless. Kyle got this one. Shout out to the Lantern Corps. In darkest day and brightest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power, Green Lantern's light. I used to remember the Blue Lantern's mantra because that's what I cosplayed as, but brother, that's been 10 years ago, so I definitely don't remember that. But yeah, who are y'all picking between Simone the Digger, Kyle Rayner, the White Lantern? Comments down below. Brother, I'm on a terrible losing streak. I'm 0 for 4. I have not gotten one right this year. Since the 2025 prediction race has started, I have been on a tremendous stinker. And I say 0 for 4, but if we trail it back to 2024, I might be like 0 for 7, bro. I'm not even going to cap to y'all. It's looking bad.
Loser. Hey, I've heard this call before.
The competitor that I am, already done forgot all about that. You feel me? That's already out of here. I'm only looking forward. I'm only looking towards the future. I don't need nobody else to believe in me. I believe in me. Just like Cal believes in himself. But again, what do y'all think? I'm in those comments with y'all, Uncrowned Kingdom. I've been your boy, the Uncrowned Otaku. That's the fire that keeps the kingdom burning safe. And I'm going to see y'all in the next video. Peace, bros. Peace, 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 peace.